Set to kick off.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. First carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6.
Here's Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one with 2nd down. You look at the defense for these Texans. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Here's Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Broncos first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Well, that's one way, and a good way, to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
Now the Central Florida product, it's R.J. Harvey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 49-yard line.
Run!
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He'll swing this out to Harvey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher, and that's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Texans nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. And he whips that one incomplete there. You look at this Bronco defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Looking to throw. Hooker. That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense for the Broncos, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football about 4 times in the win.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
At the 34-yard line.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long. Decided to hit it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Cowboy 80, Panther 11,
Hooker's going to throw it. He'll try and do this himself. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Hooker going to try and throw for it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Play action. It's Herbert. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Black 80, black.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Will get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Texans nothing.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. And if his coaches are correct, we're going to see a lot more runs like that from this young rookie going forward.
And you know, slapping each other on the back up in the booths right now? The scouting department, because they really recommended this guy highly, and he's justifying their faith in him.
Touchdown, Houston! And Xavier Worthy with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. So an onside kick fail in the 1st quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game. And maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage. And they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Toss left side for Harvey. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. R.J. Harvey with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
21, Texans 7.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. This hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire? And they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Buffalo 18. Go.
Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Come on, set!
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. And Xavier Worthy with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Texans 14.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they are the first or second seed come playoff time.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Herbert. And that will be incomplete. So after 3 drives that ended touchdown, 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 they get bogged down on drive number 4.
Yeah, I don't know how excited you would be on the other side of the ball that they finally didn't score. You know, you're happy, of course, but at the same time, did you have that much to do with it, or did they just get tired?
Maybe it's just a sense of relief at this point. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. That is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense? You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Go!
A quick throw caught by Evans out wide. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
13 yards.
It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Ready? Panther 60 even.
There's Evans again, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Go! Ready?
Looking left side, he's got him in. That's Andrews. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from and it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Broncos are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, Charles certainly circled that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said give me the analytics. And the analytics said go for it. Didn't work out.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Incomplete. He was defended by DJ Johnson.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On the handoff, Harvey. Able to fight through one tackle. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Now it's Herbert. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, Harvey. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. To the flat, that's complete to his running back. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Back to throw here, Herbert. He gets this into the hands of Harvey. And he will have a Broncos 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Crowd right. 59, set. Lion. Hey, Ray. Set.
Herbert now. That is caught. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Set. 380.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Christian Kirk, 28 yards. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Flexing his muscle at the 30. Pass midfield. And he'll go out of bounds all the way down inside the 35.
Well, whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. Ready?
Hooker now up play action. They'll get this complete to Worthy. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 70 Timberwolves.
On 1st down, it's Henderson. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves. Ready?
Here's Hooker. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Mike Evans as the first half is winding down. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Now Joey Sly for the point after. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
Texans 21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Quick hitch, complete. It's Harvey. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Let's go.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
65.
Henderson now on first and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
It's second and inches.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
10 at the 36-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready?
Straight ahead, Henderson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Give him 32 on the play.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Henderson will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
Ready? Shot alert.
They'll sneak it, Hooker, and he'll get it. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Texans are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are all tied at 28.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out.
Tyreek Hill. And all the way home for the Broncos score. 65 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Texans 28.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead with the matching touchdown a moment ago. And right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown. But the defense gave one up. And that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Hooker. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing. Hooker. And he's got this one to Henderson. It's caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Henderson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10. At the 42-yard line.
Dixon average. Here we go. 19 tight. Hawk 70. Go.
Hooker. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, easy. We go orange.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. To the right side, incomplete to Atwell. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. 2nd and 15. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Ready?
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. Into space at the 45. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
What a game he's having. They've not been able to stop him or even slow him down. He's got 2 touchdowns already. That could have been a third. He's got the secondary coach asking people for answers. Can you help me out? Because we are not slowing him down.
Dragon 60. Tag. 70 Timberwolves. Ready,
Looking to throw. Hooker. This is caught by Evans. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 32 that time. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pick things off after a big effort.
That's some good hard running there as he pushes his way forward for about 5.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
Hooker, he's going to move him around a little bit here.
Ready.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Hooker to throw it. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Broncos 38, Texans 35.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Run!
Out of the gun, they go with Harvey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Here's Herbert. He'll try and do this himself. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock. Really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, go Lion.
They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, they run with Henderson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Credit the defense there to Quay Walker, getting behind the line of scrimmage before they could rip off any sort of a gain. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Got it. Ready? Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready? 70 Lions. Cowboy 80. Chop 60. Chop 60.
Hooker's going to throw it. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Sly able to put this one through. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Here's Herbert. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep fighting.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Again, Herbert. And that's too tall for his receiver. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Crowd right. Cap. Hey, easy. We'll go forward. Go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Down the right sideline. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Jody Sly set to kick off.
And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Let's go. Home troops right.
Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Walter Nolan in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
Now it's Herbert.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
It's got to have it time. 4th and 9.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Broncos first down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he'll just get rid of it. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Herbert.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Christian Kirk. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Important extra point up and through. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. You've got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Throwing here is Hooker. Connecting with Andrews.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Running left is Henderson.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Again, it's Henderson.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Hooker. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
Hooker to throw.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Incomplete.
There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Broncos are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Complete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Herbert.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
So it's the Broncos who are going to get the first shot at things. They'll have it here as we start in overtime. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have fought hard to reach this point. They've got the ball first. Remember, though, even if they score, it will quiet this crowd, but it doesn't end the game. But a chance to put a solid drive together here and at least get 3 and hopefully for them a touchdown.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
First throw in overtime for Herbert.
Now he's going to step up and run.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Back to throw here, Herbert.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Let's go. 21.
Play action. It's Herbert.
Now he'll tuck this and run. Boy, a dangerous throw there. Fortunate for him, it'll wind up incomplete.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Now a toss. Kamara left side. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Herbert. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance. You got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Hey, go Lion. Home troops right.
Herbert now.
He'll try to do it himself. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
Setting up a screen for Harvey.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
We'll play only the 1 overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down.
Gets this one to Hill. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now the Texans want to call another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Herbert off of play action. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Broncos first down. First and goal, Denver.
And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Texans 45.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Now Hooker. They'll find Henderson out of the backfield here.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
70, ready.
Now the former volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson. And he is going to have a Texans first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful.
Hooker.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. You know they're going to be looking his way in overtime. He's had a fantastic game, but unable to hook up there.
And how many times do we see this situation where they actually complete that pass, and you wonder to yourself, how do you let him get open? How do you not know they're going to go to him? He's a big play guy. In this case, they defended it well and knocked it away.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back.
At the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Hooker to the air yet again. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll go right back to Andrews.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field? And they find each other for the completion.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Here we go, here we go. 7 o'clock, Cougar 19. Let's go.
Hooker going to try and throw for it.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
So it's a